Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Nice to see you all. Nice to be back for another week in No Creek Farms. I was enjoying it last week, so we thought we'd come back and carry on where we left off, which is to get some oats harvested. Got 3 fields. Go and have a look in the map. And these ones down here, 2, 3, and 4. I've never actually farmed when we were on here last time. I always farmed these 2 fields. Never farmed these 2, so a bit of fun going somewhere a little bit different. But good morning, hope you're all having a nice weekend. I see Lucas has popped in and said hello. Paul Wright is here as well. You must be up nice and early this morning, Paul. Come along, mate. Disturbed, good to see you. How are you doing? DK, good evening. Min? Kyle, thinking about getting the map, but can you see the PDA? Of course you can. Here you go. That is the PDA. There's what's the biggest thing to say about it? There's not a huge amount of farms or anything like that. You start off, well, I'm assuming you start off, but this is what you started off previously with. All of these fields here, main farm down there, and sell point and shop and everything else up there. Otherwise, you've got one main road down that way, one across the bottom. Everything else is linked by tracks and trails and all sorts of other things. But I love this map. It's definitely in one of my top few maps in 19, and great to be able to play it in 22. Mine's looking decidedly filthy. So let's get things hooked up. Didn't get very centered on that, did I? Everyone's getting set up. Hey, Big Dazza. Hello from Scotland. Well, good morning from New Zealand. You done? Finnish Farmer, good morning to you. Welcome along. Tanner, how you doing? Thank you, it helps. No worries, no worries. Now, I'm just trying to think. We'll start off in this little field. It didn't take too long to do at all. Now, I had to play around and managed to get all the augers. If you watched last week's stream, you would have seen I had all sorts of issues with the augers and grain bins and everything like that. Well, I managed to get it all working, so I think it was user error on my part. Not thinking while we were trying to do it on a live stream, so that's the story. So we'll go over and have a look at that just a little bit. That's why we've managed to grab the gravity wagon out rather than using the grain cart and trucks and things. A bit of fun. Hello, Mrs. Professor, how you doing? I am well, thank you, I'm well. Sat up and watched both the, well, I caught the second part of the English Colombian Women's World Cup game last night, but watched through 3 hours of high drama of the Australia-France game. It's pretty exciting match to watch, actually. Hey, Dazed, how you done? See you. Yes, the jet washer's broken. Actually, haven't put one down on the farm yet. Disturbed. And who washes their combines between fields? Same day. It's the same day, David. We've only just come out of the field over the road and dashed over this way. Troublesome tree, that one. Always got in the way. Made for some interesting rows. Now, I never actually harvested in this field in FS19. This was always a grass field for me. And the weeds are there because this is how we inherited it. We came back to it. So I inherited it, but how it was set up for us. So we'll make do with everything. Yeah, I'm doing well, Days. Doing well. We've had no football this weekend. It's been a weekend off, which is nice. Both the boys had their games cancelled because of the weather. It's been pretty wet and miserable here during the week. Beautiful last couple of days though. Friday, Saturday. Very nice, but the damage was done with the rain earlier in the week, so. Nice sleeping yesterday, just chilled out at home. Much the same for today, I think. And then tonight, we're going to plan. I think FSG and I are going to start recording our new series. Pretty exciting, so good to get back into that. Good morning, Chinook. How's your work day going? You obviously you started early this morning. 5 AM shift start or something like that, isn't it? No, how you doing? Currently shopping in vehicles in Monet Farms. Nice. It's a map I haven't played on, but heard good things about. Morning, Mr. Thor. How are you? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. 4 AM start. I was close. It was an error. Good to get an easy weekend down then. Yeah, it's definitely appreciated days, that's for sure. Alright, we'll easily get 2 laps around the field. Hopper. Always love this view looking back across into the farm, into the yard. Very nice. The other thing, I've zeroed out our money. Well, I've left the 10 grand we made from the barley harvest last week in there, but if you have a look now, you will see got 3,000 litres of oats from me playing around with the augers and things, but we do have some barley and oats in them. It's good. Don't even need to use GPS on a small field like this. Not even worth it. Looks like a salmon all in here. Lots of blue and lots of green. I love to see it. Love to see it. Hey, Waylon, how you doing? Good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Argsy, in the next Oaks video, if you don't mind, would you say that there's one more farm slot available for the spring? I've not had anyone else interested in it since I posted about it. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure we'll find someone. I haven't actually, I logged in the other day just to have a look. I've half recorded a video. I don't remember what I was even doing in it. Can't even remember what I was doing it. But there's not much to do at the moment. Not much to do. I'm going to start off with the cattle I had on 19. I did buy some cattle to start, but not as much as I did have. Oh, have I got 140? I can't remember how much cattle I had in the last iteration mark. Funny, I thought I was going to have to do 2 passes to tidy this a little bit up. Get it in one. But I have no feed, I've got no animal feed yet, so that's one of the other things we'll be doing at some stage. I haven't been able to find a nice John Deere baler square one. The only one I've found is the older square one on Mod Hub, so you might have to buy that. I'll say one thing I really love is the crop destruction, this stubble crop destruction. It's on this map and other maps. Makes all the fields just feel that much more authentic. Quite cool. But yeah, no, I do have some cattle, but they're unfed and unkept at the moment. Don't know how long we'll play on this map for. We'll just have it as a live stream one. Hey Bo, how you doing? Coming to you. Missed the half metre of snow earlier. It was adventurous picking up the slurry this week. Oh, is that right? Well, if it's if there's snow on the ground again, it'd be actually interesting just to pop in there and. So because I have half recorded a video, I'm probably going to go jump back in, do a pre-intro just to say that there's been nothing going on for a couple of months. It's usually melted after 2 p.m. What, you get half a metre of snow and then it melts by 2 p.m. days. It's impressive. Time's 2 p.m. for us, 2 a.m. our time. Yeah, give me a shout if there is. Yeah, definitely do. It's like seeing Bambi on ice. You seem like a very busy man at the moment, Bo. What's going on for you? You found responsibility at work. It's actually quite good at the moment because it doesn't take a lot of time to keep busy on it, or to keep things in check, which is nice. Interesting to see maybe in another season where we've got to. Alright, get that unloaded. I like these carts. Very nice. Well suited here behind the 4440. Detail in that. Never noticed that before. Look at the seat though. Impressive, isn't it? And decal there with the seat. Information on it. In fact, would you even see it? Yes, you'd see it when you're standing here. Yeah, you would. Be cool. Such a small little thing that would probably go completely unnoticed most of the time. I just noticed we've put now 1.2 hours on this combine, so we probably only spent an hour with the combine actually running last week. The rest of the time was fiddling around with augers and grain carts and things like that. Hello John, how you doing? I am well, thank you, I'm well. How about yourself? Been a nice weekend, I hope? Race through this little one. It's funny actually, I was looking at them on the map, thinking, through this, are we going to get, I might try some horseplay on some of the next fields, see how that works. Once people at 50 or 100 hectares worth of field, you'll start feeling the crunch to get it all done each year. I'd say so, Days, but I feel like that's going to take a long time with the land values. Is that fine edge at the moment, is more equipment better or more land better? No. Chilling with a beer, nice. Enjoy it, John. But was it 7:15 in the morning? I'd join you. Field prices are pretty steep. They are. I think more land is it'll get you grow your equipment fast. There's enough ways to mitigate the work contractors. You could probably make do with the smaller E. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. Must admit, everyone's been very generous with their equipment and time so far. No one's being outrageously unreasonable with costs and things, which is good. Through that coffee quick this morning. Must have needed it. small plumbing issue to deal with. Righto, Bo. Frozen pipes or something. Or is it personal plumbing? Won't ask, that's snuffed. No more information. Leveraging loans is a good way to grow land quickly as well, especially with crops like grass or whole croppers that allow quick harvest. Yeah, so I've been toying with that. Whether we should take out a loan and get another field for next season. Probably should have done it right from the start. But not knowing how much income or anything we were going to be able to make, I was a little bit concerned, but probably could have pushed the limits a little bit more. We might have been able to get another half cut of grass off our fields before the snow, or all sorts of things we probably could have done. Also stuck where I don't want to just be mowing grass and bailing it for silage all the time either. Diversify our interests. One more year of 1% loans to take advantage of. Very true. I'll probably do the maths now, figure out how much grass we could get off a field, or how much income we could make off a field, and decide from there what we're going to do. Decisions. Right, like I said, race through this one. Might even think about keeping the straw swath in the next field. And work out at the right end, finishing at the right end of the field. Perfectly planned. Radio's not going to pick up much, it's on an EU frequency. Still using my PlayStation controller this morning. Haven't yet plugged the other one back in to try and get it all set up. That might be today's task. Here to see the width of the header, we're just getting right on the limit where we can only just pick everything up in one pass. Interesting suggestions from people around how to control the walking aspect of it, be able to go forward. I'm going to test a few things out. Some suggested popping in and out modules, which might work. I don't know if that'll confuse the controller or not, but I think it'll get frustrating for me all the time. I find I'd end up just leaving the stick module in and not doing anything else. Right, here we go, done. Field finished. Painless and nice and quick. Interesting to see how this tractor goes with hauling this cart. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Wondering. Yeah. Hauling it. Nope. Doesn't seem to be any appropriate balers there. Right, let's have a look and see if I can get some courseplay going in this field. Shouldn't take too long to do this one either. Can you get it now? Get on in and get it set up. Good morning, Daniel. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Turn that swath on. Have a look here. Alright, let's go round If we can go around 3 times, down. We'll just leave it on up, down, automatic there. Changing this one. We'll see what it'll do. I'll always try and do lands. Or islands. We're on the right. I can see the field in the background, so let's see what it does. Thought it might do that. So what we'll do is let it do its own thing. We're not going to do that. That's just lots and lots of tuning, but we'll do the 3 headland passes. If it comes, no, it's going to finish on this side, so it's going to do that side first. We'll let the worker do all of that, and then once it stops, we'll come in and tidy that little bit up with a couple of passes. Shouldn't take too long at all. Course play settings. Let's draw swaths act. This waypoint. Easy peasy. Alright, I'll leave that running for a bit. I'm going to take this wagon over to get out, even though it's not quite full. I don't know. 87% full, so we wouldn't actually get full auger in any, full hopper in anyhow. So, right decision. Hey Dirk, how you doing? Goes back. Plumbing's resolved. So we're going to have a look at these augers. I still can't. I know what my issue was with one of them. Have a look at that. I'm not sure what the issue was with the other. There was a, might have been a, so this one here, actually, I think I do remember what the issue with this one was. This one here, I think I tried to manually unload. When you were manually unloading, manually hop into this one. Must have to be when you're towed. But while it's out of alignment, I think this one I had pressed the manual unload option, and it was trying to unload itself. I'm probably going to get proven wrong now that this isn't going to work. But this one here, I think this setup, which is what I tried to do first with the drive over and the auger, I don't think I ever hooked a tractor up to it. Of course, it's got this PTO to drive it. So we have hopped in. Tractor's stealth. Here. Starting. We on the tractor. We have the tractor selected. So yeah, we didn't have a tractor selected on it last time. Turn that on. We have to do anything with this. It would be all in the right spot. And so I couldn't actually use the 7R on this because the jewels were too wide and it has a collision on the right hand side. But had a hissy fit when I tried using that, but this bin in this tractor should get an unload spot there. We should see it all going up. Then if I jump out, have a look over here at the bin, get that trigger. Here we go. The bin's getting oats on it. Field level's going up. So I think that was the one issue I had on this one. We didn't have that spinning and driving the auger. And then this one, like I said, I think I had pressed the unload and it was unloading but not unloading. You live and you learn. Took me all of 5 minutes to try and fix the other day, but couldn't do it. Couldn't think straight live on stream, could I? Should have been a plumber. You're rich with how much you charge. What else we could do? See how quickly this combine's filling up. It's not filling up too quick. We might get some tillage out. Go and grab the big beast out and do a little bit of work with it. Come over and do this field. We're right next door. Or we could go and do the field we were in last week. Bin doesn't like going up that sloped field entry. Right. Park that there. Go and have a look here. 50% full. Okay. Well, can't get the tractor. That one. This one. 2530. Couldn't remember what series tractor we got. Now, does that field need ploughing? No, it does not. That one there does. Might as well put the plough up in here. Over and plough up. Check our tillage stuff over here. Yes, we do. Plough's overkill for this field, but it's quite a good size when you think about the big field down the back of the yard, back of the farm. You've tried, you can fix just about anything. Just to fix it. How about microphones, though? Do I ask? Or is it still sitting in a drawer somewhere? There's only a block trains, not rocket science. Say though, they'd still charge like a wounded animal for a Sunday morning call out. Look at the size of this. 3 passes done. Now, did I put precision? Still precision farming? I haven't. No precision farming. Don't have to worry about that at the moment. I would have a look and see that it needs some lime through normal means. Now, if this was going to stay an arable field, you could actually plough these two together. Be a bad idea, but I kind of like the idea of this little field. They always need lime. So, oh, yeah. Hey, Scooter, how you doing? Nice to see you. Haven't seen me forever. Nah, it's been a while between Sunday streams. We did manage to do one last week, but prior to that, this thing's getting in the way all the time. I was saying just earlier that my son's football that he normally has on a Sunday morning has been cancelled this week because of the ground conditions. So start a little bit later. Into that more normal time. That combine just about around to the tractor. So this will work out good. Get back around here, be able to jump into the 4440 and go and get that combine unloaded. In fact, see the grain in the top of the hopper there, so it must be getting pretty close to full. Probably get just past the edge of the corner of the field. Hopefully it gets to the corner of the field. Typical luck that they get full just as they get to the corner. No, looks like we're okay. Yep, we're fine. full, is he? I'm intrigued. Only 86%. That's more room. Let's go and catch up while we're close. We have to go to... Burning some diesel today, leaving tractors running all over the place. When box at work, you'll get to it. Don't need to remind me every 6 months. Is that parcel turned up for you yet, Bo? You're too far away. I haven't tried tracking it actually. Playing Farm Sim in real life this weekend. Need to go back out and get to it, but wanted to say hi. Nice, thanks for popping in, mate. What are you up to? Harvest? Is it harvest time, is it? It's keeping you busy. Appreciate you tuning in though. Saying hello. Chunky Tanker, how you doing? How's the new controller working out? To be honest, Chunky Tanker, I have not played with it much since recording that video. It's one of those things where it's a little bit frustrating because I have to let that guy go. This is 60% full already. Back around, pick that up on the next bus. Carry on ploughing. Just because of what I did with the keybinds, I'd actually kept my input XML file separate for my PlayStation controller, so I had that as a backup, and I haven't had a chance to swap them back out, so I wanted to record some stuff over the last few days. I have been using the PlayStation controller again, but we'll get back into it. A bit more of a play. I've had some good suggestions about things come out of the video about how to configure it, maybe the best ways to do it for walking and all that sort of thing, so we'll try some of that out too. See what works. Yeah, I'm only trying to get a couple of tractors running, but they're smarter than you. I'm sure you'll get it figured out. I'll offer to help, but I'll be no help whatsoever. Ah, good. Nice. Old efficient New Zealand Post Service, eh? Right, let's see. Got a run for now. Kids getting dropped off in a sec. Have a good one. Might be back later. Thanks, Dazed. Nice to see you, mate. The rest of your weekend if we don't see you again. Hey, Daryl. How you doing? I am well, thank you. I'm well. Fieldwork's going well. Getting the oats harvested, which is good. And thought we'd jump into a bit of ploughing while we can. Any Premier League. See the results in the other game. Hey? Epic, how you doing? Doesn't this bring back memories from UVS 19? Certainly does. Certainly does. In fact, I've got the little intro video queued up. We played that at the start of the stream. That last week too. All the music and everything. Pretty cool. When I did the map tour, I used the same music as well. Every time I hear that little track, it's kind of brings me back to this one. It's probably the one series where I can link music to. Floyd's in bed sick this morning. Oh no. Poor Floyd. Hope he's feeling better soon, mate. You have to let me know what day his actual birthday is, Bo, and I'll send you a little video message. Happy birthday. Love the title music for the controller of it, by the way. Nothing gets past you, does it? Nothing gets past you. We thought that was a good little soundbite to use. 27th, roger that. The week, so so that's a Sunday. That's 2 weeks today. It's the 13th today. What are we doing on that Sunday? Oh, we might even be able to wish him a happy birthday live on stream. Sure, on his birthday he'll be up nice and early. I know, I could have done this in one pass, but we've got to go back the other way anyhow. We're still waiting. Where's the combine? Yeah, we're going to time it perfectly. Oh, you didn't recognise it first. I did cut it short, but... So I actually had that controller video, the first little intro bit, I had camera on, and it's funny, I can sit here with a camera on and I don't care. Do my thing, but the second I try and talk to the camera and stare at the camera and talk, I just feel hella awkward. And it looked at, I was watching it back going, Argsy, that sucks. We got rid of it. Been that long since you did it. Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Right. Of course, once that combine gets onto doing the lands, it'll take a little bit longer anyhow, just because they're actually going to be quite short, aren't they? Looking at it now. Nuke the like button if you haven't already, please. Much appreciated. That done before the combine's even gone around the field twice. Let's fold up. We will go and get ready to go and empty combine, and we're not going to get very far. Hopefully we can get over and back before. Cool. Let's see. Right down here where it's a bit straighter. Now we got that nasty little terrain issue there on the edge. I used to have this happen on this map lots. In fact, that field just next to us there was pretty bad for having little skip patches just where the terrain didn't suit the header. We floated over it. That full plane feels quite full considering we're only at 63%. Sometimes I wish the speed of turning your head was just a little bit quicker. While I enjoy having it slow most of the time, when you're doing something like this in cab, you'd love to be able to just flick your head a whole lot quicker to make sure you're going straight. A number of times when I'm recording a montage or something and I'm doing this, I end up getting in the way of the header. Right, done. And this girl's having no issues pulling this wagon with 24,000 litres of oats in it. Easy done. Job. Go get this dumped out. Which we have to harvest all this corn. It's going to take ages. That's going to be a busy probably a couple of episodes, a couple of streams I think to get that all done, because we've got this field here which is pretty tiny, but all the fields down the back covered in corn. Over that. Go. Happy days. Done. Auto driving courseplay will go fast. Very true, very true. That's a valid point, Yos. Very valid. How are you this morning? Oh, okay, hang on. What happened? I've got a full. You take 40,000 litres. Been full. I would have thought it would take more than 40,000 litres. That's not very much. I suppose it's not a very big bin, but that doesn't bode very well for our corn. What's the capacity in these bins? The base game one. Let's have a look. In fact, I wonder if it's 422. Oh no, it should take 422,000 litres. Why is that? Don't want to do that. Why has it stopped unloading? Something move. Ah, there we go. Must have been just a little bit too far forward and we got a little bit of creep or something, does it? Phew. Worried then. Planning to start working a suit on Christmas time. Nice, Bo. Fighting with lure. What are you fighting with lure? Are you still trying to fix the swathing mod issue that's arisen out of the last update? Or are you doing something else? Is your crop calendar thing been through testing yet, or? Alright. Park that up there. And we'll go for a draw. Oh, that combine's probably quite full. Let's see. %. Right. Because they're going to start on their lands, we're just going to shoot down. Get on down this way and just unload on this last little part. Away from here. Should be enough field length. Racing through it though. Few bits there. We'll have to, when we finish off this little bit ourselves. So, the way that the course played, if I did 4 headlands, we wouldn't have had them, but I don't know if 4 headlands would have worked. The way courseplay wanted to do this section was in lands going across Don't fight, make me coffee. Coffee would be good actually, thank you, Yos. I'll have one too. I could. That would require getting up. Might not have given ourselves enough space to quite get this combine emptied out. Enough space for them to at least have some decent space before they get onto their lands. I'll drive along here for a little bit. There we go, right. Let's leave that there. They should go for a while now, so they get on the main part of the field. Go over and start doing this. Think about the trees and that on this map now. Makes it feel a lot greener than it was. Thinking about it as you drive into the yard there, those are pretty big green trees. Makes you feel a little bit more open in there. I kind of like it with the way it now. You'll make yourself a snack. Alright, you do that. Ooh, what? Oh no, I turned field create on. Oopsie days. Never know. No one knows the difference. Nothing to see. As you were. As you were. Oops. Maybe not those ones. Okay. None the wiser. Only here, yeah. Only here. Thomas, hello. Legion, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Back at home this weekend? This field will take a little bit longer, but it's interesting. We'll get through most of these different tiers with just a couple of passes. That's big player. Yeah, eating lime. See what needs lime. And this field will. One we were in does not. Hamish, how are you? Good morning. Great to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. We're harvesting oats, which is what the thumbnail and title of the stream said, but also while the worker, we were running some course play on the combine, so while they're getting around the field, getting some of that done, we thought we'd jump in here and take a chance to get some ploughing done too. I haven't actually looked at the crop calendar for planting, whether we can plant it this time of year. Canola, no, we can do it. Can do winter wheat and barley. We'll do something like soybeans or something like that. Not sure. Soybeans. I plant those till spring, so can just double crop wheat. Do that. Like the idea of doing some double cropping. Nice, Hamish, good to hear. Wage payments. Gosh, what is this? Pretty well paid. $742 for an hour's work. Ridiculous. I'm doing well, Legion. How about yourself, mate? That answers my earlier question. You've just finished cutting your lawn, which means you're home. Find out if you are back home for the weekend or... where in the world you were. Trying to decide, do we give the combine one lap of the field or do we wait for it to tell us it's full? I think we might just wait. How full's the grain cart? Yeah, we'll just wait until it says it's full. I'm trying to think who the fool is here. Now, that looks like it's a actual ploughed field next door, so I need to make sure I don't go over the edges with that, or we'll be ripping up the grass. Always cutting corners, Yoss. Excuse me. Back on the road tomorrow night. So, yeah. It's Saturday night for you, isn't it? Get my head around things. Here is our combine. Yeah. Making good progress through that. Too long. What, you're not cutting corners, Chinook? Are you going in a straight line though? Probably the question to ask you. Dive down and we'll run along the edge here of this grass. I'll maximise our work width so that we can hopefully get some areas where we don't have to go over it again. Looks like we're going to have to do a good chunk of this strip. Yeah, not this bit. Just along there, maybe. You're not having a beer. Don't use that as an excuse. I'm just trying to think, we'll get a notification that work is full, won't we? Been a long time since I've used play that auto drive or something, keep it on top of it. Be sure we will. Still moving, main thing. I think this is the first time I've used this 9000 series John Deere. Many of them, actually. Sid Modding's one, I think. Nice. Sid modding vibe to it, doesn't it? The screens are pretty cool, actually. Color. I'm going to be out of cab in this one because I reckon this is only a 2-pass strip. FSG. The Traveller has returned. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. You back home? Finished your car collection trip? Speak Americano. You know what? I can't. It's this game. It looks good. It's on console. It's only a console game. Kill my phone. Just back. Nice. Oh, I hope you had a nice drive. Hope your car had a nice holiday as well. SG's just been down to his folks to pick up his car after we drove down there for FarmCon. So it's had an extended holiday down in Cheshire. Just back. Nice. Well, look, hang on. Where is it? There you go. Wearing the FSG polo today. And it made me miss a little bit. Miss the edge of the field. Tyres are bored, think FS3 seniors me too, don't know. Smart man though, using your car while it's there rather than his own. Don't put K's on your own car, right? Combine's still going, combine's still going. Happy days. Gran Turismo 8. Well, my unfed, unkept cows are looking happy in the field, aren't they? I've got grass to eat, they'll be fine. Summer, be out in the pasture. In fact, what we could do with the corn, we could actually cut some silage. Looks different to the trailer. The trailer doesn't contain any actual gameplay footage. Rural edition. It's giving me an idea, Bo. Recreate a Gran Turismo track and farming simulator. Imagine. I know people have built ovals and things like that. Imagine actually trying to create a proper, controversial comment there, proper racetrack. Watched my first ever NASCAR trucks race yesterday. Start to finish at least. A Kiwis racing in it, Shane Van Gisbergen. GTA 10. What happened to 6, 7 and 8 and 9, Chinook? Apart from the fact they announced 6 last year and it doesn't look like it's coming out till 2025. You go down and bang on the Rockstar doors down in Edinburgh and tell them to hurry up, PSG. Shane's getting emails and he is, mate. He is. He's racing, need to try and... In fact, he's probably had qualifying this morning. He's back in the NASCAR Cup car today too. So he did the trucks for his first ever oval race. And then he's in the Cup car today. Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago and then back to V8s next week. Whoa! Ah! Crash cam. Look at the deer go scattering. That was an appropriate animal spawn, wasn't it? Trying to Google something on your phone at the same time. In a combine. Still going. That's impressive. Starting grid. Oh, that's the Xfinity series. That's not tell me where he is. 8th. That's not bad. Not bad, is it? Second time in a NASCAR and he's 8th. Wow. Out of 39 drivers. Man knows how to drive a car, that's for sure. No, Kirk's looking good. It is looking good, mate. I'm actually really enjoying it. I think some nice improvements. There we go, full grain tank. Did it pop up with the 80% warning, DK? I must have been looking at the other screen. Concentrating on my driving. Did not see that little notification. Right, we better go and get them emptied so we can move on to the next field. Get that one finished first, of course. Move on. Oh, go. Look at that. It's actually our... How are we going to do this? I need to drive the next little bit or else they're going to take forever to do that. On the next multiplayer, you yank me out of the tractor and steal it. Just try it. Just you try it. Ooh, that was a little bit of a slide there on the grain car. Like that little bit of slope. She said something else, but I was about to say no thanks. Oh, goodness. Come there, wiggle wiggle. That's full. Gonna jump in there. Stop that. And tidy things up over here. Great result for the Toonami. I saw that score. Big Mac. Good start to the season for them. Was it 5? Remember. Give too much away if Stu probably hasn't seen it. Do they broadcast games on the radio in the UK? You listen to it while you're driving? Where were we driving? We were driving somewhere the other day and I wanted to try and get some score updates on a game and couldn't even find it. I can't even think what it was now. I was like, oh, I'll listen to that on the radio, but I didn't even find it in the car. Good old AM band radio. We've just done that in one pass, which Courseplay was going to try and do across the field every single time. Is the those of you in the UK, is the Football World Cup getting much airtime over your part of the world? I'm sure as England's still in it, it's going to be. That's one of your teams to finally bring a trophy home. Right, what have we got? Just going to tidy these last few bits and pieces up. This piece... Okay, we'll go around that edge, get those couple of big chunks. New Japan gone. Yeah, they had been playing well. Yeah, I was kind of surprised actually with that one. To be fair, they never looked like winning that game. The field's just gone too far up the side of that bank. Problem we had in 19 as well. The area's uneven terrain, but... Right, happy days now. I'm trying to figure out, there's some over there. Right, what we're gonna, I was trying to figure out the best way to go into this field, this next one. And I think it's going to be down this track, this road that goes around these couple of fields and comes down the back here. So, hopefully, oh, there might be a roadside ditch down here. Maybe we can sneak out of the field and go this way. Shall see. I'm sure we can carefully drive through that. It's just a little drainage swale, isn't it? Donk. The donk. I think that actually, so the field entrance must be meant to be down the other end. This does not look like the field entrance. Right. Clear the course. Create a course on this one now. Be able to use all the same settings, and we've detected the field. Oh, we've got an island in here. Simple. If it picks it up. Good. That's north, so let's change that to north edge. I want to do the land up and down. See, that's the longest edge. Let's go manual. Manual. Up, down, row angle, 0 should be north, south. Let's see what that does. Thinking about it. I think it actually looks like it's sending a course. That's better. That island's better too, because previously it was going across there. Right. There. This waypoint. Have fun, driver. Right. 2. No. And find a tractor. There it is. They need to keep the ball line string the quick passes either, which is what they'd been doing while they let Sweden dictate play. Yeah, I thought Sweden played pretty well actually. Wow. Have I tried the new Courseplay header trailer loading? No, I haven't yet, FSG. It's on the list of things to do, but check that out. It looks pretty cool. I like the idea of being able to auto drive a combine from your yard to a field, and then it connects up the header and everything like that. It's a pretty cool function. Hey Nick, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I'm so happy I managed to get these to work after last week's trials and tribulations. I actually never noticed when it's unloading it folds the sides up. That's pretty cool. Very nice. I think you'll find us cheating. 100%. What we play the game for, isn't it? To find out the ways to cheat. GPS is cheating. Using a function which is readily in the game is not cheating. With the times. Good luck with that. Chinook's a dinosaur bow. Hopefully we can get back down here to this field entrance before the combine does. Oh no, he's just there. Just saw a glimpse of it. Using a tractor is cheating. Indeed, we should be out with horses and spades and shovels, shouldn't we? Apparently in real life you don't use other people to help you on your farm and drive them. It's just not a thing. Exactly. Bit of a colour clash. What with the red card on the back of a green tractor? It's not unheard of. It's not a case red, it's a J&M red. Probably still a rotary dial phone. How did you know? How did you know? Actually, so... I don't know if there is a field entrance to this field. Without going through a ditch like that. There didn't seem to be one at the other end either. Oh, just a bit. Squash that for him. No one knows. I reckon this could be quite a nice little screenshot driving along here. Look. Not even the shot I had in mind. There's some going through that ditch too, is it? Missed some on the way out? Oh no, did alright. That's still a little bit. Right, I was going to have to cut in a minute. There might have just about been room for us to sneak down the side here. Let's see. We can just take out 10%. Unloading in the trees. No, not going to work. Ooh, stuck on. I thought he was about to unload. Stuck on a tree, was it? Rough bit of terrain. Oh no, this is going to be trouble. I'm not very good at backing these things. Oh, this is gonna actually he's gonna cause chaos. Is he taking photos? But it's all crowd and he's gonna get stuck on a tree. Alright, we're gonna intervene here. I don't even have a harder. Let's pause that. Nothing to see here. Still using smoke signal. Yodeling. Oh, all of it. Hey Zach, how you done? Sometimes smoke signals is the only way to communicate with the air crew. Is that right, Chinook? It's a bit of a worry. Is that a contrail here? Chinook must be calling. Proof he wants to do Opla. You know, don't you hate it when they get their pipe out prematurely, Mark? Very presumptuous that we want their pipe out at that stage, isn't it? Ah, Mr. Kigarino, how are you, buddy? Great to see you. A deer in the woods. Do our Edinburgh voice in a second. This one back away. Nearest waypoint. Be happy. Ah, get that thing in. Come this way. Come in here. Sneak through the woods. Get our binoculars out. Now, if you're really quiet, we approach behind the trees. See a deer in its natural habitat. This one is looking to feed off the bigger one. As they head around, devouring the crop in front of them, ready to provide it to their offspring. Yes, there he is. Has he seen us? No. No idea. At all. really is a marvel, where they send smoke signals to each other. Right, that's enough of that. You sending smoke signals? Is that your head about to explode, is it? Damn cabin crew. Yeah, crew. All the same, aren't they? Oh, another big... Oh, that's a big ditch. No wonder. Oh, there's the field entrance. Found it. Found the way in. We'll remember that for later. Prank call. Who was prank calling you last week? Tell us more. How's the map coming along? Very good question, Legion. How is the map going, Keeks? I'm on the back burner at the moment. I'm sure you'll get back. I'm sure you'll find time and get back to it. Let's go back to our proper field of view. Oh, me and the pervy voice. Yeah, okay. Guilty as charged. Hey Sparky, how you doing? You have a good week. Had a good week. Had a little bit of a nervous moment on Friday. I was taking my one of my boys to a football competition. They were doing it through their school, not with his normal team, but just with some of his schoolmates. And went to that in the morning. I decided I'd work from home for the rest of the day. Then got a call from our IT people at 1ish to say that there was some suspicious activity and there was some concerning warnings they were getting through their antivirus software. It's like, oh god, not again. We had our NAS drive encrypted a couple of years ago, which is a similar issue to what oh my goodness, similar issue to what Ola had with his. Fortunately, same brand and everything, but I thought, oh, not again, we're not going to go through that. But turned out it was just a file from when it happened last time that hadn't been properly cleaned out. And just so having one of the staff went into that folder, and just by opening the folder, the software detected it, which did its job, but certainly gave me a few nervous moments. I thought, oh, I don't want to have to deal with this. It's someone else's problem. Chinook's planning to upgrade to semaphore. In Morse code with smoke signals is so much more efficient though. See, there was a bit of a worry, Sparky, but it turned out to be more of a false alarm than anything. It did mean after spending the day at home and thinking I didn't have to go into the office, I still had to go into the office to fix it. Did you say it's probably a dodgy mod? Probably was. Probably was. Gonna watch the IndyCar race later. You have a spoiler alert if not. Is the race on at the moment, Mrs. Professor? Kiwi Rider, it's your birthday tomorrow. Well, happy birthday for tomorrow, Kiwi Rider. And good morning to you. Welcome along. Started editing videos for a few FS tubers. Big thanks to FSG for setting me up. So busy with that, making some cash. Nice, Keks. You have to drop some links to the videos you're editing, mate. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Alright. No, I'm not recording it, Mrs. Professor. Corrosion crashed again. Who won? Go on. If you don't want to know the IndyCar results, look away now. I'm going to Google it. Ah, nice. Oh, you changed. Oh, Kiwi Rider 34. You changed your username from Nismo. Ah, how come you did that? Oh, very good, Kiwi. That'll be good for his championship. Yeah, very good for his championship. And there's 4 Kiwi. Yeah, it's a road circuit. There'll be 4 Kiwis racing at Indy this weekend. 3 in the Indy cars and 1 in the NASCAR. It'll be big names if they can afford an editor. This video came out on Trailer Park Farms channel and yet to start with your friend Gaming Joy. Nice. Hey, you've done one for Trailer Park. Cool. I'll have to have a look. Once you don't think you did crash. Just because you like the 9. Fair enough. They actually had to turn left in this one as well, Bo, because it's a road circuit. Or track. Alright, let us... I think this combine should be able to get all the way back around to here. Yep. This is a cool field actually. I can't believe I never ventured into this one. I like this one. Nice compact size. Not too big, but it's nice. It's a nice field. Oh, your birthday tomorrow? You back back from Dunedin? It was actually funny watching the Indy trucks yesterday. The NASCAR trucks yesterday, and I found a stream to watch it on. Shall we say no more? Might not have been a legitimate viewing experience, but it was a stream nonetheless. Watching some of the chat in there, people were not too complimentary about Formula 1. They were not too complimentary about lots of things actually, so I won't just say Formula 1 was the only thing. Right. How is that combine? 40%, yeah. It's a bit of a messy area, that. Almost... No. What you could do to that field to make it better? That ditch kind of goes nowhere. This is the downhill side, isn't it? But that ditch through there actually doesn't really connect into the edge ditch too well. Don't know. It's tricky wanting to pay a decent amount, but also knowing they're paying out of pocket with no income from the channels. Yeah. That's cool, Kegs. That's cool. Dixon was involved in a lap 1 incident, so it wasn't easy. Interesting. I'll have to check out some highlights. We'll wait here for this to come around, and then we will get emptied out, and then we'll be able to go and carry on doing some plowing. These two keep on working over here. Should have saved the course. Next time. Long time since I've used the base game stuff like that. Oh. Engine headland. I suppose it was everyone else's fault as always with Dixon. Same with every motorsport driver or racing driver, isn't it? It's always someone else's fault. Oh. Where did Scotty Mack finish? IndyCar results. You'd if you find is it's 2 hours instead of 3. Really take that long? Find the results easily. Saturday race. Why not click on that? Show me anything. No, results is down there. View results. Oh, can't even view the results. I'll check that out later. Right, combines. Got enough space there to carry on. We'll be not in the way there because the lands are going to be up and down. So let's go and carry on ploughing. Hey Fisher, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. We're going to just pick up and get that up. Hope you're having a nice weekend. It's usually early morning the rest of the day. Oh, for that. That's a good point, actually. That's a good point. It's nice having... I love the Formula 1 when it's in Aussie, Japan. Some of those races, Singapore. Oh, Singapore's a night one, so it's not the best. But I want to think there's a few. Well, the US and Canadian Grand Prix, Brazilian Grand Prix, Mexico. Normally at pretty good times for us. It is nice to be able to watch those over breakfast. Off to log into the Oaks, still be listening in. Cheers, Bo. Out for the snow, hope it's not too deep. What platform do you guys watch Indy on? It is on... We have it on now, paid TV. For us kids, so I normally watch any racing on that. Is there any server up, Args? It should be. Should be. Hey, can you find it? I logged into it yesterday. I bookmarked the... I haven't yet bookmarked it, so... Hopefully we're not starting off where we where we left Hana with a dodgy map and a faulty server. Look. Is it's running there? Let's see. Yep. It is all online. Good to go. Doing good, feels weird being back at work after a 7-month break. I can imagine, wow. A long time off. Yeah, it would be weird. It was weird going back to work after a couple of weeks away. Highlights on YouTube, they do a good job with quality and practice highlights too. A lot of the orgs are doing that now. I probably watch 90% of my Formula 1 is just the highlights package, quality and race highlights. The YouTube, they do such a good job, and its turnaround is really impressive. Server's not showing, but I'll keep trying. Not sure about. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't like the new multiplayer interface either. It's terrible. Terrible. Silly question, but your game's all up to date, isn't it? And make sure you have... Oh, got it. Just took ages to appear. Cool. Worst thing about the game, yeah, the server interface and the multiplayer stuff's pretty substandard. That would be the best way to describe it. Yeah, if you haven't dropped a like, make sure you do. Appreciate it if you leave a thumbs up. We're only 2 away from 50, which is nice. So I'm assuming FSG you're all good to get up in the morning and feel like getting back into that side of things. Putting up with me for a couple of hours. You're about to log in and you come back and it's gone, yeah. I could be doing all of that, Argsy. More efficient. Absolutely, you've been through your backed up content. Good man. That'll be good. I was thinking we haven't actually chatted properly since FarmCon. Long time. This plough is fantastic for covering a lot of ground in a quick amount of time. Smashing through it. Back again and nothing's broken. Nope. Everything's pointing in the right direction still. Black stuff's on the dirt, which is good. The combine tried to put a drain pipe through the trees into a tree, but other than that, no issues. In fact, hey, there's a taker. FSG, do you want to become a farmer on the Oaks? An opening. Farm available. Even driving in a straight line. Only gone and totaled the combine. Yeah, that's the help for you. Love the Oak series. Thanks, Sparky. It's not much to record on it at the moment, so it's just going to be one of those ones because it's such a slow-moving affair. There will just be videos when there's videos. Yeah, we've got one more farm. Does all of that take us up 2 days? Is it going to be 8 farms? Is that the maximum? Yeah, there'd be a bit they would struggle with. Always amazed how FSG finds time to make videos. You and me both, Gigs. You and me both. What the energy. Don't count the visitor farm and contractors, you're up to 8 farms here. Right. This is a bit of ground we filled in 19. Be good actually to do it. So I did it. I sort of faked in some dirt and What do we do? Then had to recontour it, had some, filled it with the fake dirt and then, well, not fake dirt, but the dirt fill type, and then had to recontour it. Imagine doing it now, I'd actually be able to use Terrafarm. Actually bring in a truckload of dirt and then raise the ground and level the ground using Terrafarm. That'd be cool. Open up more farms when I'm able to jump up the slots. Isn't there a mod for more slots, or is that, we already got that? Must be that fancy editing keyboard with all the hotkeys. Right, done. Loud. Nothing left to do now but to finish the other field. And then we're going to have straw to bale, and gosh, we might even skip forward a month and try and get some grass to grow. Maybe we make some hay next time. Hay, silage, grass. I don't know. Mix it up. Actually, in fact, if we got another... Oh, where are we going? We've got another growth cycle of... On the silage, we could probably actually forage some there with the little John Deere forager. I was thinking the one thing I don't have is any silage wagons. No. Might have to grab some of the Maya forage boxes we're using on Chilliwack and bring them over. Right. Yep. One's field of view still set high. Right. Let's go. Yeah, the wrong way through the field. Great timing. Terrafarm's epic or something like that. Absolutely. Absolutely is. FSG uses edit doubles. Got a stunt double and an edit double. I actually heard his design agency has hired a video editor. But they're not actually doing any videos for clients. That'd be the dream, wouldn't it, FSG? One squad is spot, I mean slots in the server. I mean slots on the server, we're using the mod for more farms, right. I heard some crazy facts. They were doing something on the radio the other day with bizarre laws, like archaic laws, which still exist in countries because they've never been eradicated. And I'm sure it was in England. You weren't allowed to squash a spider or something like that. It was illegal to squash spiders. Sure, it was there. There was also some situation where it was still legal to shoot people with a bow and arrow. Sneak out through the ditch. Instead of going using the field entrance, it's about as far away from the farm as we could. Voice over your gameplay and release it. Yeah, he does good content, Yos. I don't know why he does videos with me still. There's a law in a state in the US where you can't shoot a buffalo from the second story of a motel, but it's fine from any other floor. Yeah, those sort of ones are hilarious. We're going through a whole list of them. Can't even remember what some of the best ones were. Get a death penalty for the amount of spiders you've stepped on. Oh, you bully Chinook. Not going to hurt anyone. You're watching 10 Gen Dairy Farmer. They plant soybeans and corn in strips on fields. I'm interested to try and game it. Probs need custom growth. So, Jay MF modding is working on the ability to do that, where you can alternate rows. It's interesting, Interesting how they do it and why they do it. I'm still trying to understand the whole concept behind it. I think Colt the Cornstar did some trials, but he did it with planting his in alternating rows, like they did a whole planter width, which suits their combine header width. They did like a 45-foot row of soybeans, and then they'd have a 12, or whatever, they've got a 12 header, 12 row header or something. They'd do like a 24 row of corn or something like that. But yeah, they actually do it in between the rows, don't they? There's more shades to the beans and more sun for the corn. Right. Guess that makes sense. Gives more sun because there's more space between the rows, doesn't it? Don't mind the spiders, but when given the choice between a 7-year-old that will keep coming down every 5 minutes and a dead spider, you're picking the spider. Fair compromise. Fair compromise. Loving the Contractor series. Been a hit by all accounts, Bo. Awesome to see some huge views on that. Fun fact, but I was actually going to do a 5-minute farmer as a contractor on it, but as soon as FSG started doing that, I was like, no, we'll leave it. We'll leave it for him. The man and his dog would do it otherwise. Interested to see the harvest on the farm. Yeah. I'm way behind on watching a whole lot of the farm tubers that I normally do. I think Millennial Farmer's the only one I'm well and truly up to date with. It's funny because I watched lots of Larson Farms over winter. They're doing all their winter stuff, and then hardly seen any since planting. Even at the time. Killing pet spiders is illegal in the US of A. How do you determine if it's a pet spider? In the UK, there's laws protecting any animal. Like the stupid one in the UK about badgers and being protected in that. Gosh, we finally watched, finally, it's taken a while, but finally got around to watching the last episode of Clarkson Farms. How do I find recording, editing the Oats series? Keys. Yeah, I mean, it's challenging at the same time as being interesting. Things are always changing. Like, I've actually got, I don't even know what month we're up to. I think I recorded some time in December, which I haven't put into a video yet. Just because there wasn't really enough. The hard part is, because you're kind of doing it in a couple of, when I log in, I don't know how long I'm going to be on, or whether that's going to be all I'll do that week, whether I'll even get a video. So yeah, it's a bit of fun trying to do intros and outros and edit stuff like that, but all in all, it's been good fun to do. Hey Cranky, how you doing? I'm not at the moment, not using the old controller. I still didn't get a chance yesterday, Saturday, to sit down and try and figure out config and everything like that. But apart from the whole running, because that's forward and back on the deep stick, the left stick for me, and that's left and right at the moment. Someone said, why don't you use the right stick? But right sticks looks left and right, and so when you're running, you know, that's forward and left on the left stick, left on the right stick. It's complicated, isn't it, to say? It's like rub your belly and pat your head. To go around in circles, so, and then you can go around in circles and look up. So I think my best bet is going to be using the R2, which is my accelerator and brake, forward and backwards, because I'm not using those when I'm not in a vehicle. And then using keeping the pad for looking around, because most of the time I move like this. Very rarely do you actually strafe sideways. It's like that. It'll be interesting actually for That's one I haven't thought of. It'd be interesting for doing cinematics. Maybe I need to leave... And I can't leave both controllers configured because there's only 2 slots for game controllers and one's my joysticks. I don't want to have the joysticks without any config settings. I thought that combo was going to cut them then, so I wasn't running next to it. Currently your big project is a mess but learning lots. Is that your where you were trying to do a whole year or something condensed down into a short period? That one you were talking about? Running around in crop circles. That's it. Amazon UK's got £30 off that controller. Is that off that controller at the moment? Nice. I did hit up Thrustmaster to see if I could get like a promo code or partner code from them, but they were reluctant to do that, seeing it's such a new piece of technology, which sucked, but it is what it is. It's how you walk with your joystick, just go forward and turn. Oh, so when you're using joystick, not a controller. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Oh, you're doing it with multiplayer keys? Didn't realise that. Did not realise that. Alright, how are we going? Getting right in the combine for a bit. We'll let Courseplay do its thing, but right along. In fact, you know what? Let's not use Courseplay. Let's do it ourselves. Courseplay cost us $1,200. We can do this ourselves. We're big kids. Use GPS though. I mean, that's a good point. I've still got the keyboard in front of me. So I could still use WASD for walking and use so I could have control in my right hand, use WASD in my left hand on the keyboard, and then use the camera. So, yeah, could still do that. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Single player is much more controlled, but more boring. Agreed, agreed. Not a fan of the non-symmetrical gamepads. It's feel too small. It's actually interesting. It's in my hand. It felt just as comfortable as my PlayStation controller. And in fact, when I compare it, just looking now, I only compared it to my PS5 controller, my PS4 controller. But looking at the PS5 ones, so now it's actually very similar in size. And you can make it symmetrical. Use your lips on WASD. I know, Kegs, we're complaining about having too many options for inputs, and here you go blowing on a tube to make yourself move. So the other thing I'm interested in, and you might have some advice on this, Kegs, is PlayStation are bringing out a accessibility controller later in the year, which has got a little joystick and a whole lot of buttons you can program. I'm intrigued to get my hands on one of those and plug it into my PC and see how that can work for the game too. So I could see some real benefit, real use for it. Could be quite useful. Or practical. Beyond the realms of the accessibility it brings. Is direct from Thrustmaster the only place you can buy in New Zealand? Yeah, it's not released so the eSwap controllers are in New Zealand, but not the Forza edition one, not the one with the steering wheel. Yeah, I haven't seen it anywhere. Your best bet would probably be Amazon, though. Try and get it through Amazon Australia or something. Normally have free shipping if you're an Amazon member. Could be interesting. Yeah, it's got programmable and customizable buttons, and it's getting some really good feedback, but it's not out till, well, not out in New Zealand till December, so yeah, keep that in the back of my mind and get one of those and test it out. Okay. Looks really good. Yeah, it looks interesting, eh? I like the idea of a joystick. And it, to my eye, it's basically a joystick with a whole lot of buttons around it. It's not much different to a Thrustmaster controller, Thrustmaster joystick in that respect. So, pretty cool to see these big companies, though, finally giving more options and more accessibility options in controllers. So, cool. About time. About time. It's going to be a bit awkward, isn't it? Thought I'd be able to spin around there and slow it up. Oh, we might do it this way. There we go. Microsoft got wrong what the accessibility market. Is it, who's the, there's a guy, Steve Sodberg? Is it Steve? You'd know, Keeks. Steve Sodberg? He does a lot for, from a profile point of view, for accessibility. There's a guy here in New Zealand, I don't know if you've heard of him as well, Keeks, No Hands, No Excuse. So he's had a skin condition or something, and he's basically, he has arms, but he's got no fingers, no hands, and he streams on Twitch and things like that. It's interesting seeing how he deals with things, deals with life in general. It's pretty cool, pretty inspiring. Don't forget we have a few multiplayer servers. Why not check them out if you need help? There's unusually someone on to help. Unusually? It's unusual there's someone on to help. What Chinook's trying to say is there's usually someone on to help. Swing and a miss. On the Xbox One, 2 big buttons on the front and 3.5mm jacks for external joysticks buttons. Is that swing and a miss? You got him, yes, he's gone out of here, get rid of him. How your story, walking pal? Is he not? Unusual people help. That's probably about right, Bo. That's probably about right. But that's 9 AM. I'm going for 2 hours, but let's get this field finished. Kids are playing PlayStation, wife's gone out for a walk. I don't have to be anywhere. Beautiful sunny day outside today, actually. The big buttons should have been joysticks, they're right. This is on the Xbox One, Microsoft One. Server working a treat. Perfect, FSG, perfect. What do you think of this setup? Where's the holder sticky head? Children out in the kitchen. Okay. Otherwise there's a weird person in our house. Sony one's much more together. Cool. Let's see. PlayStation for the win. Lovely country-specific kit, indeed. Maybe the best way to put it without giving too much away. Just got to buy 1 unit. Right, so, okay, so you don't have to plug the joysticks in, so it's all in one. Gotcha. One of the children looks like he's about to make an omelette. Yeah, we'll see how it all goes anyhow. SG. Sure, it'd be great. How much oats have we got off it so far? Let's see. 215,000 litres. So, not bad actually. 75 grand off those 3 fields. We did that at and that we didn't. These weren't fertilised. They were full of weeds, all sorts. I've seen a house that looks literally like a slice of a house. It's 3 foot wide. There's some awesome and creative people out there who do things like that. Pretty impressive. Tweeny house. Dave's got the old send a message and put an emoji on and it just deletes the message. Should I laugh for you, Dazed? You know, a pub that's only half a pub. How's it only half a pub? So long as it's the good half and has the beer taps and the bar. Moving house bus, yep. And oh, bounce through that. Nasty. It's all gone, went up in flames. Ah, oh, no. It's not it's not even half a pub anymore, is it? For a second you thought I said beer taps in the bath. Not a silly idea, is it? Used to have a bar called the Bathhouse. Only the 3 brick walls. I'd heard about, just speaking of fires, I'd heard about the fires in Hawaii, but holy heck. Until I saw it on the news last night and saw it, how much of that town and that was destroyed, I'd just blown away. It's amazing. Bloody scary. How long until YouTube fixes that glitch? Already got you twice in the stream now. Don't know. It's an interesting one, isn't it, Dazed? Interesting one. You what I reckon this field could do with this little bit being painted out in grass, becoming a little swale rather than something you drive through. A little bit more character in it. What's this here? This here 3 foot house. Wow, okay. It looks like it from the front. Oh, so it's only 3 foot wide at one end, but a wedge. Gotcha. It's 3 foot wide at one end. But it actually goes wider. So this skinny house less than a metre wide goes viral on TikTok. It's not skinny, it's a wedge shape. A little bit misleading in their clickbait title there. Come up with a new clickbait title for the YouTube streams. Rich farmer writes off combine. Oh, I put a scratch in the auger against a tree. That's it. Right, last pass. Are we going to get the whole way? We should do. We should do. Not really any bits worth tidying up either, is there? Got it pretty much all sorted. Happy days. Happy, happy days. Don't worry, Oprah's there handing out, is she? Pillows. I'm sure that's what they need. Old fellas in. Oh no, hell no. Jeez. So I was having a chat to one of the parents at school is a helicopter pilot, and he's just spent 4 weeks over in Canada, and he was working, first he was working on some power line work over there, but then he spent a couple of days on the fires, and like we've had the occasional sort of wildfire, bushfire, scrub fire here in New Zealand. We had one in the Nelson region a couple of years ago, which was big by New Zealand standards, but only one in Christchurch on the Port Hills a wee while ago, but a big fire in New Zealand would be like a pimple compared to the wildfires that US, Canada, Europe, Australia, all of those areas get. It's just unfathomable. It's not the width, it's how you use it. It's also bigger than you think. Was also an Argsy response to. That's right. Then let's look at a grade 2 listed cinema. Yeah. Maybe he flew over your house. Maybe he did, Keeks. Maybe he did. This is Argsy's just got home from a walk. Oh, you live right next to a firebase, Keeks. Oh, maybe he did. I don't know what part of Canada he is. Gosh, that was closer than I thought, actually. 95%. Here we go. Done. Pop that out. Ah, okay. I'm going to tidy up these bits in the corner because that is a lot bigger than I thought. The big bits there are worth getting. Not as many fires in your area this summer, so you've been lucky. Pleased to hear that, Kegs. Turn the heater off. Go grab this tractor. We should. It's going to be touch and go if we can get the whole combine in or not. Let's see. Odds on or odds off? I reckon there's going to be like 400 litres left in the combine. What's this summer? Sorry for your ignorance. Wouldn't believe it started by a deep fat fryer, and within phoning 999 and the fireman arriving, the fire got into the roof and ripped through the whole pub and restaurant. Oh, it's just crazy how fast fires in houses spread. Nuts. Oh, is it? It's not going to take it all. No. It said 400 litres. How much is there? Dum 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 dum. Ah, 1300. Close. Alright, we'll sort that out later. Probably just take it over in the combine and dump it. But we need to get the heater trailer. We'll sort that out. I'm just going to go and empty this out and then we'll wrap things up, I think. Yeah, it's crazy how quickly fires rip through. Oh, particularly old buildings with 100-year-old, 200, 300-year-old dry timber. In a few days we smelled smoke when the sky was orange all day. Yeah. When Aussies had their big bushfires, we get these amazing sunsets because with Aussie being to our west, all the smoke in the sky when the sun's really low, just dare say it makes really beautiful sunsets, but unfortunate when you know why. How do people still not know how to handle an oil backfire? I think it's, well, who knows, but I wonder how much of it is just a reactionary, oh, there's a fire. How do we put it out? You'd think a restaurant would be pretty well equipped for handling those too, with fire blankets and the right sort of extinguishers and things. Alright, happy days. Happy days. Oats are going to go up to about 130,000 litres, 140,000. We'll be done. Perfect. Oh, wasn't that old? There's a room that staff tried to put it out with water. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, which when you said about the Category 2 listed cinema next door, I thought maybe it was all part of the same old complex or something. Right, well, we're done. Barley's all harvested. Let's have a look at our growth cycles on our growth. So we've still got a bit of growth to go down there. Can't harvest. When's corn harvest? October. So I think we might skip a month forward. Next week, all going to plan. We might get a baler and bale that straw, mow some grass or something like that. Possibly pull this beast out and chop some corn too. That little field over the road would be quite good for it. So we'll see. Maybe make some wrapped silage bales and then put this into a pit and yeah, silage. So it's growth stage 4 of 6. So one more growth stage and it'll be in a pretty good space. Get some good yield off it for some chaff. Panic at the fryer. I'd like to get insurance if they paid out use water. Indeed. Oil and gas industry, leave it to the professionals. Oh, yeah, but of course in the oil and gas industry, probably not in a restaurant. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Keeks. Been nice to chat to you, buddy. Nice to see you. Yeah, anyhow, that is going to do us. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out today. It's been fun being back. I'm enjoying No Creek Farms. It's just nice having this just to jump into and have some things to do and just chat about it, really. So, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And, yeah, go well. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.